The following story in Fixing Paco is fictional and does not depict any actual person or event. Consult with your medical team before making any changes or decisions regarding your current course of treatment, including diet and exercise.
What up, my peeps? I got some big news. Guess who gets to donate a brand new kidney to my dad? Not Paco Jr. Even though he was the best match, we all agreed he was really not. Someone's got to keep the business going while Dad's getting fixed. And me taking time off college was just not gonna happen. So, the best candidate for the job was Daniel! We figured he had a little extra time on his hands, and you know what people say? The best music comes out of pain and fear. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Daniel sees himself as a cross between Bruno Mars and Alejandro Sanz. So this little adventure should help him write the kind of music that he likes to. So, back to Dad. He was given this checklist to help him be proactive while he's waiting for his transplant. Since my brother Daniel needs to go through a series of extensive tests before he can donate his kidney, I help Dad with his checklist. He was told he needs to decide what treatment option is better for him, transplantation or dialysis. That means learning the pros and cons for both. So, the first thing on the list was learn about transplantation and dialysis.
Dad contacted a local nonprofit organization for some educational materials. He asked the dialysis staff and his nephrologist for some guidance. Nephrologist, you ask? Awesome word for an awesome doctor that looks after your kidneys. But don't feel bad. I didn't know what it meant either. We visited the library and searched the internet for reputable websites that would give us information. Note to self, next time do it alone. Dad can fix anything, but surfing the internet? So not his thing. Mom and I went with Dad to his seminars and classes. We invited Tia Julia to come with us, but she said, no, those classes don't help and are a waste of my time.
Tia Julia, they're not a waste of Dad's time. So, learn about transplantation and dialysis? Check. Next up, have support.
How you feeling, sir?
Today was a hard day for Dad. Dialysis is so debilitating to him. It was tough for me to watch his struggle. Not even Jake could take my mind off Dad. Come on, Danny, hurry up with that evaluation so Dad can have his surgery. Jake gave Dad the number to a support group. See, I told you Jake was fabulous. Dad found a support group for dialysis and transplant patients nearby and got tons of information there. He talked to another person who had a transplant. She shared her experience with him and answered his questions. Go Dad, finally learning to ask questions.
He also met with a dialysis patient who decided not to have a transplant. And don't you just love how Jenny's always tagging along when I'm going to visit my future husband, Jake? Sorry, cuz his heart belongs to me. He just doesn't know it yet. Lately, Dad's been more tired and a little depressed because of the dialysis. This time, it took us a while to convince him to speak with a mental health professional. You know, being the proud man that he is. But finally, he understood that being healthy means being whole, in harmony with mind and body. How very zen of me. Dad had become a little isolated because he thought his friends wouldn't want to be around him now that he's sick. But Mom realized that Dad needed people on his side helping him through the process. So she bullied his friends into being supportive. Hilarious to see Dad's homies snacking on strawberries, grapes, and green beans instead of chips and dip. Way to go, dudes!
So, have support? Check. Next on the list, be positive.
Today, Dad didn't want to go to Tia Julia's for our weekly family lunch. He said he was tired, but I know what was really going on. He's depressed, mourning the loss of his kidneys. This is normal. but we weren't going to let him sulk all day. So we forced him to come with us, and after bantering with Tia Julia and having the last word, he felt better.
They restrict everything. You're the one that eats everything, but you're not supposed to.
I know.
Dad couldn't give up his fix-it obsession and maintained his daily activities. Staying busy and keeping an eye on Junior kept him happy. And he finally found the way to slow down and smell the roses. Maybe he's beginning to realize that relaxing is helping him lower his blood pressure and keeping him calm.
So, be positive? Check. Live a healthy lifestyle was the last item on the checklist. This might be a bit of a challenge. Healthy diet? So not his thing. And exercise? We'll see about that.
Dad kept busy with family and friends. And after a lot of slacking, he was tired. Dad finally put on his stennies and started a regular exercise program, because Mom wasn't going to give up on him. And to keep his weight under control, Mom romanced Dad into dancing every night after dinner. And fed him delicious low-calorie treats to maintain a healthy diet, even though he would have preferred the chocolate peanut butter crunch ice cream. But no, Dad, we've got our eye on you. Dad also had to see a dentist because apparently if there's an infection in his mouth, he can't have the transplant operation. Who knew bacteria in our gums and teeth would affect the rest of our body? So he kept up with his dental health and didn't waste an opportunity to expand his client list. He checked his own blood pressure on a regular basis. And when he wasn't feeling well, Dad made sure to call the doctor himself right away.
Hello, doctor. Yeah, no, he has a fever. Well, let me take his temperature.
So, last item on the list, live a healthy lifestyle? Check! Getting through that list with Dad wasn't always easy. He's still learning to be compliant and proactive. Haven't caught him sneaking the forbidden foods lately. Now he follows doctor's instructions and takes charge of his health and well-being. And he's determined to do everything possible to stay healthy and be positive. Way to go, Dad!